game. I think I'll leave a Dazzling Gleam. I don't know about a Moonblast, though. Thunderbolt. What a play! What a play! Oh, he has Snarl. That doesn't matter. I'm a physical attacker, bro. That does not matter. He actually outspeeds the Ho-Oh, too, which is really surprising. Get out of here. Get out of here. He's not Sash. Goodbye. Get outplayed. 100 million IQ outplayed. What is up, everybody? Back with some more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Regulation G VGC. Ho-Oh is another Mon legal with the Regulation G rule set. It's actually a really cool Mon. It's another one of your like Sun sweepers that does really well in Sun. The reason why you don't see it very much, I think, is going to be you won't see it until like double restricted is actually legal, because at least right now, I don't think there's really much reason to justify just running Ho-Oh by itself. Just mainly when there's so many other like better restricted legendary Pokemon being used. So, but I think this team looked really cool. Wanted to try to use it. The team by Puppy or John. If you guys want to use this team, Rental put up in the corner. Should be a paste below if I can find it. There was a bunch of other teams. I've been looking for like a bunch of other teams around some of the restricteds I haven't been able to feature for you guys yet. If you guys don't know, that's a +1. It's more of a, like, you guys probably seen me feature some of his teams in the past on the channel as before. He actually has some really cool Regulation G teams he's been making. He had a really cool team around like Zekrom and like another one around Dialga and stuff. I actually wanted to feature some of his teams and showcase those for you guys because they were really cool. But the guy is such a scumbag that he actually locks all of his rental codes behind a paywall. So unfortunately, I can't feature any of those teams. And like those are the only teams I actually found like around some of the specific restricted mons I've been looking for recently. So at least with you guys, like I'll make it like a guarantee to you guys right now. Like, no matter how big I get on YouTube, I'll never lock my fucking rental code behind a paywall. That is so scummy. I don't know why people pay to just use a rental code. I have no idea. It's a really scummy thing to do, but if you're that desperate for money, I think you got some problems. I think there's a bigger problem at hand that you have to lock rental codes. But I wanted to feature some of those teams. We got this team today. I also have a few other teams. I have a few of my teams on the way here in the next, hopefully, a week or so. I'll probably drop another one this week. I have 2 of them that are pretty much done. One that I'm waiting on one Mon, and the other one's kind of done, but I'll probably be bringing you guys some more of those. If I find any other teams around restricted I haven't featured, though, I'll try to feature them for you guys. If you guys have any rental codes, in-game rental codes around any of the restricted Mons I have not featured up until this point, throw them in the comments down below, and I'll check them out and maybe feature them on the channel for you guys. I'm going to go through this team real quick. We're going to hop into some games. Kind of apologize for the long intro, but I was kind of wanted to give you guys an update on kind of where I am, at least for the sessions currently kind of going forward. We got the Ho-Oh here. It's actually with a choice band. In the stun, this thing hits incredibly hard. You also got the Terra Ground there to dodge stuff like Miraidon and other electric types. In the stun as well, you also get the reduced water damage versus you, so you're kind of able to live a lot more hits, and you're pretty bulky Mon. You have some decent bulk with a Sacred Fire and a few other things you have. You got the Life Orb Regieleki, which is kind of cool, with the Terra Flying. I've not seen Regieleki that much. I have a Regieleki on one of my teams you guys will be seeing, but apart from that, I've not seen Regieleki that much at all. I do think it's kind of underrated because it's actually outspeeds Calyrex and a bunch of other stuff, and it can work with some archetypes like Miraidon and a few other things, especially like Rain. I haven't seen it up until this point. We're going to see how it does. The main reason why I think it's not really that good is just because its priority is such... Like, it's pretty easy to counter because it only has electric-type moves. Groudon is so common, and, like, it's just really easy to take out with, like, a lot of priority, so it's kind of the problem. I got the AV Incineroar on this team, kind of mainly as a check to probably Calyrex, I'm assuming. Fairy Feather, Terra, Normal, Flutter Mane. So you got your own check to other Flutter Manes, and I'm assuming probably Calyrex, so it seems it's 2 decent Calyrex counters. You got the Terra Ghost, Torkoal, which I'm assuming is probably just a dodge fake out with the ejects pack. And then you got the Hisuian Lilligant with the Chlorophyll, just to kind of try it out, speed stuff under Sun, and pair it alongside the Torkoal or even like the Ho-Oh, kind of allow them to go really fast. So, cool team. I want to see how this team actually does. Well, on paper, it doesn't look too bad. We're going to see how it does. Let's hop in some games. Alright, we're in the game. My opponent has the Incineroar. A Alolan Ninetales, Calyrex Ice, Rillaboom, not Grafai, Frigarath, I keep forgetting the name, Frigarath, and Blood Moon Ursaluna. So, Battle of the Weathers right here, and he also has Trick Room, which is going to be really kind of bad to play into. So, what do I actually bring here? I want to lead with Weather. I really want to lead with Weather here. I kind of want to bring Double Weather, but I think one of the main problems I'm actually already seeing with this team is like there's no manual Weather setter. So you're kind of in a bad spot when it comes to the enemy team having Weather setters. I'm going to bring the Incineroar here. I'll lead Flutter Mane. I'll bring the Torkoal in the back. And I think I actually bring the Ho-Oh. I think that's my play here. The Lilligant could be good too, but like I don't want to have to bring the Lilligant and then rely on having the Weather set up for it to actually do anything. Because if I don't have my Weather up and it's going to be a Weather War, then it just doesn't do anything. She leads his own Incineroar, so I'm assuming he probably did bring his own Weather. It's probably in the back, though. He predicted me to lead with Sun. Only thing here, though, is like he's protected by Armor Tail here, so like I can't really fake him out. I can go for knockoff on this turn, but he probably just fakes the Incineroar out here. I kind of actually want to go into the Torkoal, I really do, because under Trick Room, the Torkoal probably outspeeds his entire team. I'm going to knock off here to get rid of an item. And then I could go for Dazzling Gleam here. I don't know why this Flutter Mane doesn't have Moonblast for some reason. That's kind of another kind of sketchy thing I realized. I don't know why you'd have Dazzling Gleam over Moonblast. It's just such a better move. Unless you want the spread coverage, I guess. I'm not sure on the EVs on this Flutter Mane either. That doesn't do any damage. So I'm assuming it's probably more of a bulky Flutter Mane. He actually just goes straight away for the knockoff. Doesn't even go for the fake out either, which is really surprising. I'm just going to knock off again. I'm just going to go for the knockoff again, and I'm just going to go for the Dazzling Gleam again. He wants to get rid of the Flutter Mane, he can. That's fine, I don't care. Just getting rid of all my items. He actually outspeeds me, which is really weird. He lives, so he gets his Trick Room up here, probably. There it is, so... that doesn't really matter that much, though, because, like, I have Torkoal in the back, so I don't really care. Like, I'm just gonna go for U-turn here. I'm gonna U-turn out. And I think that I just want the Flutter Mane to drop here, if I'm being real. I'm just gonna go for damage. I don't really need the Flutter Mane anymore. It's gonna protect. Because I think that actually the Torkoal, like, under Trick Room, his own Trick Room actually gives me an advantage. So I probably outspeed everything. I'm just going to go to Torkoal here. I think under Trick Room I actually outspeed him. Because Torkoal's, I think, 20. Base 20 or 30 speed. It's one of those two. I think it's 20. So, like, I think I actually outspeed him here, which is really cool. I don't know. If he switches, I'm actually going to knock off here, because I think he might actually switch the Frigarath out here. I'm going to go for knockoff, and then I'm just going to go for Eruption on this turn. I actually do outspeed him under Trick Room. That's crazy. I use his own Trick Room against him. He never thought that. Go for knockoff. Knockoff doesn't do nothing because they're both dead, so. If he has Calyrex, oh, he actually has Ninetales. That sucks. That's what I was kind of scared of here. I don't know if it really matters that much, though, because, like, he's still really weak to... He's still weak to Eruption here. Like, you're going to be taking a fuck ton from an Eruption still. So I don't know if that really matters that much. And, like, I should be able to outspeed him here under Trick Room. I can actually probably switch out. If I really wanted to, I can go into the Ho-Oh here. If I really wanted to, but I think I'm just going to stay in. I'm going to go for knockoff here onto the Calyrex. And then I'm just going to go for Eruption again. I could go for Overheat, actually. How many turns of Trick Room do I have? I have 2 turns of Trick Room left. So I'm actually going to overheat here. I'm going to overheat onto the Ninetales. He's going to Terra. I'm assuming it's probably a defensive Terra. Terra Water. Yeah, there's Terra Water. So he's still going to catch a knockoff here, though, hopefully. Go for the overheat. This should one-shot you. Like, it's crazy damage. Hey, get out of here, buddy. Get out of here. Like, I have a checked pack, so on this next turn, I'm actually able to come in and with 1 Trick Room turn left, I can probably outspeed him and do a shit ton of damage. I'm assuming he actually goes for a high. What a play. What a play that was. I get a knockoff here. Get rid of his clear amulet, so I can actually switch the Incineroar out and actually get rid of the weather. Get an Intimidate on him here. That's great. I'm going to go switch out on this turn. I'm going to go right on to Torkoal again. If he I don't even know what he really has to, like, one-shot the hole here. Like, I guess if he wants to go for Glacial Lance, but I don't think that's going to one-shot me here at all. What do I even do? I'm Choice Banded, so, like, what do I even do here? I could just go for Sacred Fire, because in the sun, it should still do a shit ton of damage to him. I think I'm just going to Sacred Fire. The Sacred Fire is not PP max, though, so that could be, if we get PP stalled here, we can still lose. That's going to be scary. Glacial Lance. I should live 1. That does over half, though. That is crazy damage. Sacred, that's a banded Sacred Fire. I got the burn, that's game. I got the burn. Ho-Oh with the clutch late game. Not even bad. Now the Trick Room is gone, but that doesn't matter at all, so. I could just overheat here again, which I could, but I think I'm just gonna protect on this turn. I think he actually just surrenders here. I'm gonna go right on to Incineroar and get my Regenerator back. He just surrenders. He's like, yeah, I'm done. You burned me, I'm done. Wow, what a game. Little did he know he was not prepped for the Torkoal there, because the Torkoal under Trick Room, with his own Trick Room, was able to sweep like half his team. He did not expect that at all. He didn't prepare for that, so it's one thing we had over him there, which is great, which is why I kind of wanted to bring the Torkoal. Because if he did set up the Trick Room, I still had something that was even slower than like the majority of his team, so not bad. Really solid game number 1. Let's hop in another match. Alright, we hear the game. My opponent has the Smeargle, Chimpow, Fluttermane, Incineroar, Raging Bolt, Groudon. So like your typical Sun team, pretty much. Apart from like the Smeargle. What do I even do here? I could lead Lilligant. Like, Lilligant Ho-Oh actually looks really good. I guess the Terra Ground on the Ho-Oh as well is actually for Raging Bolt, which kind of also makes sense, which is something I didn't really take into consideration, because otherwise Raging Bolt just thunderclaps you to death. So I think the Terra Ground's actually pretty good there as well. I'm actually going to lead Lilligant. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to lead Lilligant Ho-Oh. I think that's my play. Because the Lilligant under Sun, like, it kind of outspeeds everything. Actually, no, I actually can't because I don't have Sun up. So I'm going to lead Torkoal. I'm going to bring the Ho-Oh in the back. What else do I want to do here? I could bring the Incineroar too as like a lead, which isn't too bad here, but can't bring Regieleki. Regieleki does nothing for me in this game. Fluttermane ain't too bad here. I think I'll bring Flutter instead. That's my play. I think 100% though, he brings Groudon, he brings Raging Bolt, 100%. Both of those are really good into this team. Yeah, she just leads. He just straight up leads with it. I have upper hand though, so like if he wants to go for Thunderclap, I can just go for upper hand and predict that. I don't know, what do I do here? I actually can probably start putting this shit to sleep. I'm actually going to put the Groudon to sleep on this turn. And then I'm going to protect here. I'm going to try putting out a few sleep powders first. And then if I can, I'm going to try to go for an overheat and then try to switch out into the Ho-Oh. That's what I'm going to try to do here. If I can get the Ho-Oh in, start... Oh yeah, she just goes for rotate. Fuck. Damn, he goes for protect. Oh, it's unfortunate. That's really sad. I would have landed it too. I would have landed the sleep. What does he go for? Dragon Pulse? Electro Web. So he breaks my sash, and he actually also gets the speed drop, which kind of sucks. Oh, I avoid. Wow, a clutch dodge. He might actually just switch now. Like, well, does he have a grass type in the back? He doesn't, but I don't know. I could just go for Sleep Powder here again. I think I'm forced to. I'm going to go for Sleep Powder here. I'm going to go for Sleep Powder, and then I'm going to go for Overheat onto the Groudon here. If he goes Terra Fire, I'm going to be really mad, because I'm not going to do much damage to him. I don't really have much for Raging Bolt either. Got to be kind of careful. I mean, I can try to put it to sleep, but like as long as he could be Safety Goggles, because his team doesn't have a grass type, so something maybe on his team is also Safety Goggles. It's taking forever. He does not know what he wants to do. He's gonna go Terra Fire. Oh, it's actually he's Terra Steel. Uh-oh. If this lands, like if I can land an Overheat here, like you're dead. I think you're dead, bud. I don't know, unless you're Assault Vested. I've never seen Terra Steel Groudon, that's a new one. Draco Meteor. I'm gonna live because of Sash. It's completely fine. I'm just gonna keep putting shit to sleep here. Like, I'm just gonna put the Raging Bolt to sleep on this next turn, then I'm just gonna get right out into the Ho-Oh and start doing damage. I actually one-shot him. What a play. The crit did not matter, I don't think. That is a sun-boosted, Overheat. Wow, what a play. I've never seen Terra Steel Groudon, and like the one turn that he actually goes for and I finally see it, the guy gets knocked into oblivion by an Overheat. I don't know what is Terra Steel even for Groudon. I guess to dodge the ice types. I don't really even know. I think Terra Fire is just a million times better. Because like you're already in the sun usually, so like the water types, they're having reduced damage versus you anyways, so I don't know, I think Terra Fire is a million times better. Could go into Flutter Mane too, but I think I'm going to go into Ho-Oh here, because on this next turn I want to try to put the Raging Bolt to sleep. I could go Terra Ground on this turn here too, to see what else he has. Because he's at -2 now. I guess -1 technically because of the Photosynthesis boost, but I don't know, I'm just gonna throw the throw a Sleep Powder onto the Raging Bolt, and hopefully he's not Safety Goggles. And I could go. I want to go Terra Ground here, but like if he goes for Ice Spinner, then I probably get one-shotted by him. It's kind of scary. I don't really want to switch out either, if I'm being real. I'm gonna lock myself into Sacred Fire, YOLO. He protects. Okay. Just don't go for Thunderclap here. Uh-oh. He misses! He misses! Wow, this Lilligant, you're garbage. You are garbage, I'm dead. Electro Web, I'm dead. Garbage Lilligant, you are so fucking garbage. The biggest Sleep Powder of the entire match, and he misses. Or she, I guess. It's a girl, technically her. Going to Flutter Mane, I guess. I'll go right into Flutter Mane. I'm Terra Normal here too. I don't have the speed boost, but I should be able to outspeed the Chimpow. I see my EV spread on this Flutter Mane. Do I run bulk on this? I have some HP. I don't know if HP is enough though. I think I need defense if I want to live a Sucker Punch. I'm gonna go for Dazzling Gleam here, and then I'm gonna Sacred Fire into the Chimpow, predicting him to be Sash. just one-shots me. That just one-shots me. That's fucking crazy. Oh, he's life, because he's life orbed. If he wasn't life orbed, then he does have thunderclap. So I'm going Terra Ground on this next turn. So you're dead though. So he's life orbed, so I'm able to trade with the Chien-Pao, which is good. So you don't have to worry about a focus sash. But I lose my Flutter Mane for it, which is really, really bad. He has Flutter Mane of his own, so that's bad. Speed booster one. I don't know if that really matters that much. I think what I do here is I'm actually going to protect on this turn. And then I'm going to go Terra Ground, predicting either a Thunderclap or a Electro Web here, and then I'm just going for Sacred Fire onto the Flutter Mane. He might protect here too, just to scout what I'm going to try to do. The shitty thing with this though is like I'm getting rid of my fire typing, so then I'm making myself neutral to Moonblast. So I gotta kind of be careful here. Hopefully he doesn't go after this, or he just has Dazzling Gleam. I think I'll leave a Dazzling Gleam. I don't know about a Moonblast though. Thunderbolt. What a play! What a play! Oh, he has Snarl. That doesn't matter. I'm a physical attacker, bro. That does not matter. He actually outspeeds the Ho-Oh too, which is really surprising. Get out of here. Get out of here. He's not Sash. Goodbye. Get outplayed. 100 million IQ outplayed. I lose my son, which kind of sucks, but it's decent because he loses his Photosynthesis boost, so I'm actually going to Helping Hand here. I'm just going to keep Helping Hand. I'm just going to go for Sacred Fire again. I want to try to get a burn. Because he can't touch me. Like, he has Draco Meteor, but, like, you're already at, like, ±3, so, like, I'm easily living that. It's only a matter of time before I get a burn here. That does a lot of damage, even without the sun. I get the burn. So I'm assuming he's probably leftovers. We'll find out right now, or Citrus, maybe. He's not leftovers, so I don't know what item he is. I'm gonna Helping Hand again. I'm just gonna Helping Hand again. I have one more Sacred Fire. This is why you PP max all your moves, everybody. This is why you go for PP max on the moves that have 5 power points. Goes for Snarl, doesn't matter that much. Because now I'm going to be locked into Struggle because I don't have any moves left, because this move is not max power pointed. It's kind of frustrating. Doesn't really matter that much here because like I'm going to win this either way. He can't touch the Ho-Oh because I'm a ground type now. And he's at minus -5 or -6 special attack. But like any other game where it would really matter, I would have probably lost. So word of advice to you guys, if you guys do have rental teams, if your moves have 5 power points, max the shit out of them all the way up to 8. At the very least, just do those moves. Usually the ones that have 5 power points. Because you never know when you're going to use all the power points and you'll be PP stalled the fuck out. So I mean, I have to struggle here, so that's what I do. I struggle. And I struggle here. He surrenders, okay. I don't think it would have mattered anyways, because I think the Torkoal from that range would have one-shotted him, so at like 5 health. Bad. Another really good game. Another really solid showcase. The Terra Ground Ho-Oh. That was probably the luckiest Thunderbolt I think it ever caught ever. I didn't expect Thunderbolt from the Flutter Mane there. I expected like a Dazzling Gleam or a Moonblast there. Or like a Shadow Ball. Him going for Thunderbolt on the Terra Ground, that was such a crazy outplay. That's where the game turned, and like it was pretty much done for him at that point. I'll see you guys in another match. Alright, we're here with another game. My opponent is actually running a really cool Regulation G team. Tornadus, Lugia, Enamorus, Thundurus. So we got some contrary Eerie Impulse shit going on here. Or like Scary Face stuff to boost speed. It's going to be kind of a problem. Torterra and Entei. So, what do we do here? I don't know, I kind of want to bring Lilligant that way, because I think in Stun, like, I just automatically outspeed everything. I think I just leave Torkoal Lilligant here again. He has really no way to get rid of Weather unless he has happens to have rain on his team, which doesn't really make too much sense. I want to bring the Regieleki, but like he might bring Torterra here. The Regieleki ain't too bad into his team though, but I don't know. If he brings Torterra, that's going to be kind of a problem because I just can't do anything to it at all. I think I'm going to try to bring it though. I'm going to try to bring the Regieleki here, and then I'm going to bring the Ho-Oh in the back. I think that's my play. I'm going to try to make it work. We're going to see how it goes. He has a lot of flying types and shit that's just like neutral to electric on his team that without a Terra that I can kind of take advantage of. Can we go 3-0? We're going to find out. Can we go 3-0 with this team? He does bring Torterra. It's kind of a problem, actually. What I'm going to do here is I'm actually just going to go for Eruption. Actually, I could go for a Overheat as well right here. Just nuke something and try to switch out, which I could do. I think I'm actually going to do that here. I'm going to go for Overheat onto the Torterra. If he goes Terra Rock or something, that could be kind of a problem, because usually they... It's either Terra Steel or Terra Rock. They like to go to dodge the ice types or something for the ice types. So. And then I'm going to after you here. If he has Taunt, I'm going to be kind of really mad. That's my play here. He's going to go Terra. If he's Terra Water, that's also another problem. But like, it wouldn't be too bad because I have Regieleki in the back. He is Terra Water. Well, I don't know if this actually one-shots him then. Oh, he has Rain Dance. What the fuck is this guy running? What is this guy running? He has Rain Dance with Terra Water Torkoal, or Terra Water Torterra. That does nothing. I mean, at least I get to switch out, so I'm able to reset my weather, which ain't too bad. I can just go right out into Regieleki here, I think. I could. Actually, I could. I don't really want to come in on this. Probably a ground move here, actually, though. So I'm going to go into the Ho-Oh. If he goes for a ground move here, that's kind of the main thing. I don't want the Regieleki to get one-shotted. Oh, he has Shell Smash. Okay. It's White Herb. White Herb, Shell Smash, Torterra. That is really fucking scary. I don't know what he really has for me though. Like, what ground move? Shell Smash, ground move. He might have a rock move, I guess. Or Terra Blast, maybe. I don't know. I want to kind of lock myself into Sacred Fire here. But like at the same time, if he just keeps switching the weather, I'm just gonna I'm gonna Sacred Fire here, and then on this turn, I'm gonna keep my Focus Sash, and then I'm gonna go right onto the Torkoal here to get the weather changed. I want to try to one-shot the Tornadus, so as long as he's not Sash, if he is, I can maybe get a burn. But I can get rid of the Tornadus, and that way he can't switch my weather again. That's what I want to try to do here. Is Rock Slide, I'm dead. Yeah, there's no way I'm living that at +2. There's no way. I wish I would have went Terra Ground, but... I dodge a Hurricane. I don't know if that really matters much, though. I don't know, can the Regieleki at +2, can I outspeed this thing? I might actually just get swept by a Torterra here. I only have Electro Web too. I don't think that's gonna one-shot him. Electro Web may one-shot. I have Helping Hand. Maybe that'll help me out. Will a Helping Hand Electro Web one-shot a Torterra? Oh, he has under Tailwind. He might actually outspeed me at +3. He's at +3 now. He outspeeds. That's game. So this guy is running a fucking max speed like Jolly Torterra. That is the only way they are able to outspeed a Regieleki at +3. So he's running like a max speed like Jolly Torterra. There's no way I win this. I just legit got swept by a fucking Terra Water Shell Smashing Torterra. I just surrender. There's no way I win this. There's no way I win. He just switches my weather here, like he just switches my weather and then he just goes for whatever he wants, and I get, especially under Tailwind, like with no sun, I don't outspeed anything. If he has Lugia in the back too, I just instantly lose. Who knew that I would actually run into a Torterra on the ladder and then get fucking swept by it? That was not one thing on my list to run into tonight, I can tell you that. One of the most random things ever. And I wish I would have brought the Incineroar there. I think the Incineroar, if I would have let Incineroar, Torkoal there, or something else, I think I would have been in a lot better spot, because I would have been able to fake out the Torterra. I could have dealt with it a lot easier. I think the only reason you really won that is because just based off my lead. I think if I had a different lead there with like the Incineroar and I maybe brought something else, I think I would have probably had a way better chance to win. I don't think he really deserved that. I think that's kind of the main reason why he won there. He's got a really lucky lead and he was able to set up kind of pretty much for free there. And that's kind of the reason why he swept me. I don't think that's really, like, on the best of 3 ladder, that would never work. And I guess that's why this is the best of 1 ladder, though. So your casual pub ladder. Shit like that works in best of 1. It's really unfortunate, but I don't think he deserved that win. But let's talk a little bit about this team. Alright, as for this team, if you guys want a decent team around Ho-Oh, I think this is a pretty solid team around Ho-Oh. I think the main problem with Ho-Oh is like it just gets outshadowed by so many of the other restricteds. I don't know why you'd really ever use this thing over a lot of the other stuff. And it's also really, really slow. I forgot how, like, what the base speed of Ho-Oh is. I think it's around 60 or something. It's really, really slow. So, like, if you don't have, like, follow me on, or after me, not after me, after you with the Lilligant and the Sun already up on this team, like, you're pretty slow. Like, the Ho-Oh is pretty slow on this team. So, that's kind of the main problem I was facing with the Ho-Oh. It's so slow to the point where it usually takes so much damage to where it usually only gets like 1 or 2, maybe 2 moves off, and then it ends up just dying on the next 1 or 2 turns. That's kind of the main problem I was having with it. I don't know, another thing with this team, at least like critique-wise, you gotta max the move. All the moves that are low power points on this team, they need to be maxed out to 8. I think all the Torkoal moves, the Eruption, Overheat, Sacred Fire, and there's a few other moves on this team. Like, there's a lot of moves on this team that aren't max power pointed. It's an easy fix, but like, there's almost a game, you probably saw at the start of the match or at the start of the video. There was almost a game where if it would have went a little bit differently, I would have lost because of running out of power points for Sacred Fire, which would have been really bad. Luckily, we had that match in the bag. It was pretty much a done deal. But like, if it would have went a little bit different there, it would have came to a PP stall, and I would have lost because I would have ran out of power points. So I would actually just max out all the power points for all the low moves, even like the ones that have 10. Like, max them out to 12 or 14, just like add 2 power points to them. That's just what I would do. It's usually what I do with all my teams at the very least, and it helps me. I never had any of that type of problem, like PP stalling, or it prevents PP stalling a lot more. Another thing on this team I would actually change to is like the Incineroar's Terra. I don't think Dark Terra on the Incineroar doesn't really do anything. I would actually change it to like Terra Water. I think would be really good for this team or something. Because I don't know if you're not really supposed to be terraing the Incineroar, but just as like a backup plan, I think the Terra on the Incineroar would be pretty good to have. It's always one of those mons that always really benefits from a defensive Terra, and it can sometimes 1v2 because it's just such a good mon late game, especially depending on stuff you're going against. With a defensive Terra, I think Terra Water would be really good on the Incineroar. Apart from that, not really too much to really complain about, or like not really complain about, but like critique about, I guess. I guess the only other thing is Dazzling Gleam over Moonblast. I understand why it's there, but at least most of the times I would just rather have the extra power of Moonblast over like the spread move damage of Dazzling Gleam. I don't know, that's kind of just me though. I know why it's Dazzling Gleam, and you can't really fit it on the moveset if you want to have Protect or Icy Wind. So, but at least for me, I'd probably throw Moonblast onto the Flutter Mane instead of Dazzling Gleam, just mainly for the more consistent damage. That's what I would do. I don't know. Apart from that, not too bad though. It's a pretty solid, decent team. If you guys want to use this team, rental code down below if I can find it, and then I should have the rental code should be up in the pokepaste should be down below. The rental code for this team should be up in the corner. So, apart from that, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, share the video. I also have an X if you guys want to go over there and follow me. I post stuff over there if you guys want to follow me over there. I also have a Twitch. I stream over there usually once in a while. Bunch of other like random stuff, Fortnite, a few other things. If you guys want to follow me over on Twitch, link that down in the description. I also have a channel Discord if you guys want to go over there and join the Discord. Not really the most active of Discords, but that's one way you can actually try to interact with me and stuff, apart from like the videos or on YouTube, so, or on X, I guess, one of those two. I also have channel members. If you guys want to become a channel member, there's a link to that down below. There's a join button right beside the subscribe button down below. If you guys want to support the channel further, would really appreciate it. Really helps out the channel. Apart from that, I'm going to get out of here. Peace out, everybody.